Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the English Hub with Mr. Hudson. Today, we're gonna delve into economics. Around every country around the world, everybody has to do something related to economics in some way, somehow. So we have this fine lady who is gonna share her experiences as an international trade student, and we're gonna learn more about economics. Hello, Miss.
Okay, hello, nice to meet you, and thanks to you for inviting me to be here today.
Okay, could you please tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm Yadira Romero. I'm studying, I'm doing international trade in Antonio Sariños University. And actually, currently I'm living in Bogota, in Colombia, and I'm doing my sixth semester. And well, that's all for now.
That's all for now. Okay, so we're gonna start with this conversation talking about economics. So the first question I would like to put across is, what is economics? If somebody should ask you um, your general impression about economics, what can you say?
Okay, economics is a science, and in that science, you have to know how to distribute the goods and service to each one. I mean, you have to stay the people good. I mean, in a
Welfare? Welfare.
welfare. Okay, in a welfare.
Okay, so the welfare of the people, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay,
basically that.
that's it. All right. Are you interested in economics?
For sure, I'm doing international trade since a young age, and my parents teach me something. And well, when I was like 8 years old or 7, and I was with my parents and their store and buying and selling. So that's my life, and I really enjoy it.
Mm. And if somebody should ask, how important is economics? What can you say?
Well, everybody has economics in their life because when you wake up, you have to go out there to buy the bread or the meat. So when you wake up in the morning, you're having economics. When you pay something, you're having economics. When someone give something to you, they are doing economics in a small way, but we are doing it all the time.
Okay, great. I like that. And do you think economics is a good subject to study?
Yes, and it's a really good subject because it exists in all the world. I mean, there is no country with no economics. I mean, since Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, United States, and everyone have economics. And we are doing business together always, like imports and exports. And if you have a project, maybe you can sell it in another country. So it's a really good idea.
Okay, great. And talking about economy, what do you know about the economy in Colombia?
Well, economies Colombia is kind of complicated, but I think we are better than before because Colombia has a lot of problems like social conflicts and terrorism and drugs and that kind of stuff. So it was really hard, but we are recognized for example, coffee and banana and most of all products from nature. And but I think we are better than before.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you are talking about so many good things about the economy here in Colombia. What do you think is the biggest problem when it comes to the economy in Colombia?
The biggest problem, I think, is the corruption because, well, all the money is supposed to be to the poor people. Then, but then you see, I don't know, people with cars with high price, and you say, well, it is supposed to be to the poor people, and what did you do with that resources? Okay, so I think is the biggest problem here.
Okay, so what was the last thing you read or heard about economics?
Well, today, because this morning I read about book. I read about a book and that we are selling more books because of intermodal wine. So we are improving our logistics, and so I was reading a notice about it.
Okay, all right. Do you read or watch economics news and on TV as well?
I don't watch TV, but I read a lot in Facebook, or I have in my email Quora, and I really like it because there's some information that you really need. So I'm more comfortable with my computer through internet because I consider TV is just they want to show you something, but well, you have to decide if you wanna believe or not. So
Okay.
it's really freezing here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You know, because of the pandemic and situations around the world, we have been faced greatly with regards to economic situations, irrespective of the country where you're from. Yeah. So, do you worry about the world economy?
Well, because of pandemic, we have recess in the economy because, for example, China stops to send merchandising, and China is like a machine of the world. So it is like a big seller and a big customer. So we, for example, we stop our exports and our imports. So our people who buy and sell things just stay at home without any work. So it was really difficult, but we are improving it.
Okay, all right. And what do you think are some of the biggest economic problems around the world?
Economic problem?
Yeah, around the world.
Well, I consider the biggest problem is that like the difference between the countries, and because politics and economics are connected. So in Australia, a politic is really different to Colombia, and in the culture too. So I think the best problem is we can't communicate really well with other people.
Okay, So, since you are studying international trade, if somebody should ask you, what is the difference between macroeconomics and microeconomics? What can you say?
Okay, macro is about global problems and like the pollution and like the
Human rights?
human rights, and it's about all the biggest things. And microeconomics is about how much cost an egg, how much cost meat for you, and if it is right or not, because we have to regulate the price. But economic world is more complex because every country has to be connected to reach an agreement.
Yeah, okay. And what is the effect of economics on society?
What is the what? Sorry.
What's the effect of economics on society?
Okay. It has two ways to see it. I mean, the best way and the wrong way, because if we don't care economics, we can see people suffering because of money. Well, basically, we are doing a bad work because people have to show more efforts, and well, if we can do a best economy, we can reach social welfare, and that's all.
Okay, what do you
I
think?
mean, if you have enough money to live, you're going to be well. But if you don't have money to eat or to do your clothes, and then you're living in a wrong way, and you're affecting the others and yourself.
Okay. What do you think businesses can do to succeed?
Can you repeat again?
Yes, I was saying, what can businesses do to succeed?
What can business do for the society?
Now, what can businesses do to succeed? To have success, what can a business do?
Well, I think everyone has a dream, everyone has a goal, and if you have the money to do what you want to do, you're going to do it well. So, if you are doing it well, you can help other people. Like if you have a business of jeans, then if you grow up, then you need more people to work. So you are going to help other people who need money, and slowly they are going to reach their dream.
Yeah, okay. So let's focus more on Colombia. Can you tell me some of the businesses that are successful here in Colombia?
In Colombia, in the 80s, we have a lot of clothes like t-shirts and jeans and that stuff, but it it was a fail because Chinese stores came here and it has a low price. So now our successful business is about it's about natural food like apples and banana, coffee, all the nature produces, because we don't produce manufacturer. But Here are some fruits that doesn't exist in another country, so it's really good because we have a really good position in our country because we have a lot of vegetables and fruits and
Natural resources?
weather, natural resources.
Okay. All right. Miss, are you good at negotiating?
Tell me.
Are you good at negotiating?
I don't understand really well.
Are you good at negotiating?
If you're good at negotiating,
Yeah.
negotiating.
Do you negotiate well?
Well, in my native language, yes, but I have to practice more because, well, now I negotiate with local people, but in the future I want to negotiate with like you or other people, for example, in United States, in China, and so you need to know the culture and you need to know how to be polite and respect others. So it's a difficult task, but I have to improve it.
Okay, so far in your life, what have you negotiated for in your life? What have you negotiated for?
I went in my parents' store, and I have been negotiating through internet in OLX and Mercado Libre. And there are platforms of electronic commerce. So yes, I sell, for example, products of makeup or papellery like notebooks, pens, and well,
Stuff like that?
I think I can have
Whatever.
I can have whatever because I have my contacts.
Yeah.
Okay, no. My dad knows
Find how to find whatever.
how to find whatever and in a low cost. So the 10 of 10, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Miss. Between men and women, who do you think are the best negotiators or are better at negotiations?
Women or men?
Yeah, between men and women.
Men and women?
Yeah, who are better at negotiating?
Well, it depends because women used to speak. Women used to speak a lot, and men used to speak less. So, if you want to negotiate with a man, it will be better with a man, and if you want to negotiate with a woman, it will be better with a woman.
Okay, great. All right. So, Miss, if somebody should ask you, what do you do to practice your English? What can you say?
I used to listen to music and I put the subtitles on. I put the subtitles on. And when I have free time, I like to read some books and they are interactive. So it's really good because maybe you find one word that you don't know and you click and then you know
the meaning.
The meaning. Yes. And so basically, I listen to music and I read. But I think it's really important to practice speaking because it's fundamental. And one thing is you reading because you're alone, but another thing is when you're speaking because there are two persons and you have to listen, and some words are differently when you read and when you listen. So it's really important to practice.
Okay. All right. And what's your opinion about this project that I'm doing? all across Colombia?
Okay, I think it's a really good project because, well, you're from Ghana. That's really interesting because I have never met someone from Ghana. And the second thing is that in Colombia, we don't used to practice a lot, and Latin Americans are kind of crazy for that because we say, I don't want to learn because I won't going to travel. But well, we have to learn. But you have a good project because well, you did it in the point because we have like shy. We are shy to.
Speak?
Yes, we are shy to speak, and you are doing like a video call and speaking, and you are like you have to talk, and you're like pushing us to speak, and that's really good. And I really appreciate because it's a good labor because yeah, you are doing it for free and well, in that society all is about money and you're doing for free. It's a great opportunity. And for example, me, um, I wasn't doing in English, just another things, but you came here and I practicing, and it helps a lot in our lives because
Okay.
we want to be a good professionals.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So thank you for your time, and I hope to talk to you some other time.
Okay, thank you so much for you inviting me.